Realtors, this one is a good one. You have a move-up buyer, they're motivated, they know what they want, they have equity, and they can't make an offer. Not because they're not qualified, not because they don't have a down payment, because the sequence doesn't work. They can't buy until they sell. They can't sell until they buy. And every other non-contingent buyer in this market is beating them to every home they want. This is a bit of a move-up buyer problem. And if you work with homeowners who want to trade up, you've seen this kill deals. You've seen motivated clients go inactive because the math doesn't work on paper. You've watched them lose homes to buyers with cleaner offers. Polish, of which I'm the preferred lender for, takes advantage of this all the time. It's a great program. I'm going to show you exactly how to solve it, specifically with a program you can bring to every move-up buyer on your list starting today. It's called the trade-in mortgage, and it changes everything about how your move-up buyers compete. Let's be direct about what's happening. Your buyer writes a contingent offer. The listing agent calls you and says, they have multiple offers, one of which is non-contingent. So your buyer loses. End of story. Game over. Or your buyer tries to go non-contingent, carry both mortgage, and their debt to income blows out. They don't qualify. Dead deal before it even starts. Or they decide to sell first. You list the home, you get it under contract, and now your buyer is shopping with urgency on a closing deadline. They rush, they overpay, or they settle. Or worse, they don't find something in time and end up in a temporary housing situation. Every path has a problem, and your buyer is stuck in the middle. The reason this keeps happening is structural. The traditional mortgage system was not built for the move-up buyer timeline. It was built for the first-time buyers who have no home to sell. Move-up buyers have a fundamentally different problem, and they need a fundamentally different solution. And the solution exists, and here's what it looks like. We partner with Calc to offer what's called a trade-in mortgage. Here's the sequence. First, Calc evaluates your client's current home issues and guarantees a backup offer, a committed purchase price. That's not a listing, it's a backstop, a guarantee that if the home doesn't sell on the open market, Calc will buy it at the agreed upon price. And the great news is it unlocks the equity in the current home before it sells. That equity becomes the down payment on the new home. Your client makes a non-contingent offer. No home sale contingency on the purchase contract. They compete like a buyer who has already sold their home because financially, they have. The offer is clean, builders accept it, listing agents accept it, your client gets the home. Then your client closes on the new home, moves in and lists the old one, or has it listed already, vacant staged on a normal timeline. They have up to 180 days on the open market to sell it. Empty homes tend to show better. They sell faster and typically at a higher price. So here's the thing. If it sells on the open market, great. Your client pockets full market value. If for some reason it doesn't, Calc will step in at the guaranteed rate. Your client is covered either way. No double move, no temporary housing, no contingency, no blown debt to income ratio. So agents, let me just tell you what this does for your business. I know you have contingent buyers out there for sure. So first, it simply reactivates those stuck clients. It gives you a conversation piece. You have people on your list right now who went quiet because they couldn't figure out the sequence. This program solves the sequence. Call them. Second, it makes your offers more competitive. A non-contingent offer from a move-up buyer is not something most agents can deliver. You can. This is a no-brainer. We knew this. That's a real differentiator when you're still sitting across from a listing agent. Third, you get two transactions. You list the old home, you rep the buyer on the new home. The trade-in mortgage creates a double-sided deal structure that you would not have otherwise. Fourth, it works well with new construction. Polish Homes, where I am the preferred lender, does not accept offers with home sale contingencies. Full stop. Move-out buyers who want a Polish home have historically been locked out in a contingent situation. With the trade-in mortgage, they're not. I can get your move-up buyer into a brand new Polish home using their existing equity without a contingency on the purchase contract. So that's a conversation most lenders cannot have with you. I can. You do not need to be an expert on the mechanics. That is our job. What you need is simply a way to introduce it. Here's an example script, right? I've been working with a lender who has a program specifically for move-up buyers. It lets you buy the new home before your current one sells without a contingency on the contract. You get to compete like a non-contingent buyer, then you sell your home on your timeline. Should we connect you? That's it, guys. You don't have to explain the bridge loan. You don't have to explain the Calc partnership. You just have to open the door. My team, myself, will walk them through it and get them pre-approved, ready to go on a non-contingent purchase. The clients who are going to respond to you are the ones who already kind of know that they have a sequence problem, the ones who looked at home 6 months ago and went quiet, the ones who said, we want to move, but we don't want to make it work, or we don't want to have two different homes, so we don't want to be displaced. The ones who've lost a home to a cleaner offer, this is a really good solution. And I would encourage you guys to reach out to Hixon Mortgage to see if this works for you and your clients. So I'm going to just say this. It is a quick disclosure before I close this bad boy out. The trading mortgage involves a partnership with Calc, a third-party company that provides the guaranteed backup agreement. All programs are subject to credit approval, underwriting, and qualification. Not all borrowers or properties will qualify. The guaranteed backup agreement is subject to Calc's eligibility guidelines. Reach out to me for program costs and details.